Today I wanted to talk through how I created my own pop star alter ego in the form of a character named PADDY QUAKKE.
Annoying, I expect so much out of me. But who wouldn't? I mean, look at me, I'm a fucking prodigy. And I sing like Lottie, body a commodity, circus oddity. If the cook coming home, I'm on my Homer Odyssey. Shitting on these bitches like a broken colostomy. This ain't no Milli Vanilli, this shit is chilly. It's really kinda silly how you from petty to silly. He was so great then, but he was ruined by the money.
And how it has taught me so much about myself in such a short period of time. If you are into creative exploration and process and colorful fun, spectacle, and queer art, this video is for you. Being a working artist is so brutal. I'm just about to come out here and film this video when I got a call of another job fell through, which is all the more reason to make a video like this. I want to document the process of how I just decided one day that I was going to become a pop star, with intention to hopefully take power and creative control and just control of my life back and explode into the next phase of my life. And this video documents that. I want to thank the YouTube platform and all of the incredible producers on here. Disclaimer that this music project is strictly for entertainment purposes. With this phone, a whole lot of faith, my mind, that I was able to bring this into the world. Have you ever wondered what it's like? Have you ever wondered what it's like to... I mean, they don't want me to start this video. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be the most empowered, colorful, vibrant, expansive version of yourself? Me too. If you connect to that, then there's something in this video for you, because the most authentic, most expressed, most empowered version of who I am in my soul's expression, it is shining like the sun. And when I think about shining like the sun, I just think about the spectacle of music and pop music and hip hop music that to me just makes me feel like I have permission to just be the most myself I could possibly be. And I encourage that a lot in my other videos about exploring your creative process with just reckless abandon and allowing yourself to just bleed in and out of genres, and how I hope that this character can become a mirror and can absorb any negative projections or any shame. It's my hope that PADDY QUAKKE can also be projected positively onto. He wants to just have a party, he wants to celebrate, he wants to be empowering other people, other artists, and he does that in these cocky, arrogant ways.
PADDY QUAKKE, PADDY melt, PADDY's felt, snatching up the world title bout. You know PADDY QUAKKE fans are the baddest in the venue. PADDY curate the space in the menu. Order up, double PADDY ketchup, mustard pickle. This that taste test tickle, haters are my fans fickle. You know PADDY busting out the pop vanilla stencil. PADDY pencil cutting through the paper straight through the table. Infect your news feed, Rupert Murdoch on cable. Competition unable, they arcane to my able.
He says things that I can't say in my life.
PADDY QUAKKE philosophy, that's daddy on top of me. Slip and slide while and mop it up watery. Lighten up the sky, suddenly I can see.
He's like a part of me. He's every single inspiration that I think I've ever had over my life, just sandwiched into a character. And now I see that it was all of that shame that just compounded onto itself, just exploded into this colorful, vibrant expression. I think PADDY QUAKKE is for people who have felt ostracized. If you've ever felt a living contrast, you don't make sense in some way, or maybe you do feel like you make sense, but you've never fully been able to feel like others can make sense of you. PADDY QUAKKE is for people who just want to embrace those shadow aspects of themselves and celebrate all the best parts of yourself. PADDY QUAKKE is for people who have like a singular niche that is so them and so authentic to them, and they want to celebrate that, and they just know, like, isn't there that one thing that you just know that you just do better than everyone else, even if it's so remedial, you know? And PADDY QUAKKE is encouraging everyone to just feel so empowered and chaotic and silly and clever, but also like a bit ruthless and cocky. Like, PADDY QUAKKE is for people who want to take the projection, take all of the projection on and transmute it back into the light in the form of art, in the form of empowerment. Take your own projection, what you've been projecting on yourself, and heal that and just feel more empowered. Like, that's why I love pop music and hip hop music so much, because I just feel like it makes me feel so fucking raw and like real and like myself. Like, yes, you know, I just feel pumped to just be myself. It's the best. Here I am in the edit, almond-shaped vaults. It's a mess. There comes a time in each man's life. I think it'll be an interesting practice of separating the artist from the art. Cutting up some clothes. There's so many different ways to look at any piece of art. I feel like in life, this is what happens in life, and And so I'm not here to tell anyone how to experience my art at all. Life is a very interesting thing. It will be interesting to see if there will be anyone that actually resonates with this energy. First, I'm gonna cut off the bottom kind of elastic part. Just stop swinging these scissors around. Shit. Through another lens, it could feel empowering. You might feel like you've wanted to say some of these things yourself. But if it doesn't look cool, then I'm gonna cut it into a crop top, like more of a crop top. Or you could look at it as an internal exploration. Paddy Quake is the darkest caverns of myself. There's a way to interpret that through a lens of like, holy shit, look what this person is going through. Look what this person has gone through. Look how much this person struggles with self-worth and identity. And also, look how fucking talented. And look how brave. And look how honest.
Local train station bound, circus shutting down the town. Bounce that ass up and down. Like we don't give a fuck who is around. Turn the whole crowd round, upside down. Got this girl, sweet flower nectar on my Hannibal Lecter. Vintage sweater, Petty keep on getting better. I'm a hot boy, kinda brazen about it. Mother feeding all the kids, raising them like I'm daddy. Not a lot of brains.
There's so many different ways to interpret any given moment, so that will be up to the viewer ultimately at the end of the day, and I'm just here to provide the art. Thank you, universe. Everyone kind of gets to a place in their life. It's like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to give yourself a genuine shot, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with wanting to give yourself a shot, a genuine chance to live into a life that you've created for yourself. Whatever that looks like for you. This is what it looks like for me, I guess, which is so cool. I do feel like when you are stepping into the unknown, sharing aspects of yourself that you've never shared before, or maybe starting that project, or going on stage and singing a song even though your voice shakes. The first day at the job, gonna be a first time, mother or father. Overcoming any new fear. We love her. We can't do anything about her. We know she's gonna be there. So what can we do with her? We can upgrade her assignment in our life, right? We know that she must be there for a purpose. So what are you trying to tell us, Miss Fear? What can we do to allow you to support us, right? And how can you show up in our life at the correct times when it makes sense? Our fear keeps us from walking into the middle of traffic, right? We need our fear to some extent, but our fear is gonna sit in the back seat on the road trip of our life, and she won't be able to make any choices on what music we listen to or podcasts, or fear won't be allowed to choose directions, and we are the strict parents to our fear. Sorry, girl. We ran our lives too much for too long. So we're gonna acknowledge you, of course, because you're a part of us. We love her. We love our fear. But we're letting her rest. We're letting her rest. And interestingly, like, whatever I am writing when it comes to Paddy Quake, whether it's just silly and joyful and fun, or kind of raunchy, or maybe it's angry, cocky, egotistical. The thing is like, because I'm able to give that a place to live outside of my body, it makes me so much more peaceful in my life. And that's what I know to be true about my art, and it has been true about my art for my entire life. My art has always been somewhere I've kind of poured myself into and like just had long, interesting looks at and just sits with and conversations with and experiences with. Like, I genuinely believe that a lot of people just don't necessarily even know what's going on inside of my head, or really think that there's much going on inside of my head, to be quite honest. But listen, that is new awareness for me. I'm not saying I'm the perfect artist. I mean, my God, so much to learn, always.
See, I'm the best student cause I wait my turn. Now I'm the greatest teacher, I got nothing to learn, that's just the truth. If you know, then you know, I'm out drenched in yellow. My tag watch gold, it's that storytelling flow. Shout out to J. Cole. Tried to reproduce, put my bloodline cold. Spitting on the mic, I make your titties bounce. Hustle, make a bag, pushing love body out.
So much to learn, always, and I'm so excited to learn it. Whatever I'm doing instinctually, I'm an instinctual artist. Like, I just am crossing, barriers of entry, left and right, willy-nilly. Hey, I'm here. I want to do this. I do this. So what's up? I'm. Uh-oh. PADDY QUAKKE was just gonna come out. I want to work with collaborators who love this shit. I want to work with producers, like writers. I want to collaborate with other cool artists. That's what I want. I know collaboration and community is the best way to create anything. Like, I know. I want to do it all. I want to do it all, man. I want to do it all. So, gotta keep working. Gotta keep cutting up clothes. Then he can also be meaningless. Like, some of the shit that I want to infuse into the music is for entertainment value. Just so light and silly and stupid. And I love stupid shit.
Have you thought about making $100,000 a year working part-time hours, all from home? Giving you more time to pursue your dreams. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, if you were that type of person, I have a video for you to watch. Click here.
At this point, everyone's like, what the fuck is this kid doing? I got bored, and I really wanted to reinvent and become like the artist that I kind of always knew I was. That's a colorful, vibrant, like chaotic, energetically, vibrationally aligned version of like me, who I am and who I think I've always been. And I fucking love that for me. It's beautiful. It really, truly is. Yeah. And if I could like think about my life as an artist before coming into this form, whatever the fuck that means, I would just feel like this is a story I'd want to write. I feel like I'm the only one of me. So why wouldn't I just be so me? And I just want everyone to just feel like they can live into that too, for themselves. That's my dream. That's my light vision for the world. That's it. And if I can contribute any kind of art in any kind of meaningful way that might make you think a little bit, that's my service here on the planet. That's all I know. Rapper, a singer, an actor, a writer. I don't even know what I am. I'm just creating from my heart, man. Like, I have so much more that I want to say. Can't wait to say it. All these universes inside of me I want to build out, and like worlds. There's worlds within us. Like, yeah. That's all. Bye. I'm obsessed with pop art and how it's just a mirrored reflection of society, and it's just so on the nose in such a bright, colorful, fun, loud way. And to me, I see that cross section of pop art and pop music and hip hop as well. And I just feel like, and drag, all of it. And I just feel like PADDY QUAKKE kind of melds into that opening in the market, kind of like he's kind of inspired by all those things. Very much inspired by all those things. I don't know what I'll do next. And that's so exciting, because if I don't know what I'm doing next, then how can anyone else know what I'm doing next? The idea that I wanted to make this video is showing the process a little bit more as it's unfolding. So even as I make this video, I mean, I'm operating with the awareness that I could wake up tomorrow and be totally uninterested in Paddy Quake altogether. Maybe Paddy Quake is just for this moment in time. Maybe he needed to be birthed into the world in order for me to kind of move through whatever I was moving through in my life. You know, if you do choose to engage with any of Paddy Quake's content after you watch this video, or if you have before you've watched this video, I hope that you can understand that everything that I'm working through as it pertains to this character might feel raw and real and too much and in your face at times, but it really is just with the intention of like healing myself, you know? And friends feeling like they were catching strays or something, like it's possible that these verses were about them. No. No. This is all about me. This is what I've put out is really just a journal entry, like battling with myself and my own inner critic, my inner saboteur. Like,
sometimes I get stressed, I can stand it with you bitches. That's when I go off, my personality switches. Leave you in the ditch, make sure nobody witness. Tippy tippy toe, tippy tippy tay tay. I'm so fucking cute, like Nikki. Spit quickly, rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky. I'm so fine, I blow your mind like Mickey. Hey, I'm Mickey. But really, who Scooby-Doo? Where the fuck are you? In case you didn't know, bitch, I'm a star too. I make you click away, send you home like a scarpa. Really fucking lame, but at easy, cause it's just what I do. Put your fucking hands up on the...
Okay.
hey mom, what do you think of Paddy Quake?
I mean, he's cool. He's also a little strange.
Okay mom, you're on my YouTube channel.
Hi everyone. Well, you always wanted to be a singer. Actually, I should rephrase that. You always wanted to be a famous singer.
What are you gonna be when you grow up?
My biggest fear was that when I started putting out this music that I would alienate myself or like piss people off and shit. You can't let that stop you from being authentic and being yourself and just continuing to evolve. If you want to reinvent, you gotta kill the part of your ego that gives a shit about what anyone thinks about you. You gotta take the subconscious and make it conscious. You gotta integrate the darkness into the light, because someone who's so honest with themselves can't really talk shit about that person, can you? Some people won't say the truth. They won't say their own truth. They're too afraid of their own truth. Some people will not like your truth, but it is what it is. Your authentic expression is not for you to edit or tailor or place into a box for anyone to feel better somehow. I feel like people who will connect to this character are the underdogs, are a little bit more of the offbeat kids who were bullied, who may be like the ugly duckling who grew up to be a swan. Maybe you've always felt like you were overlooked or underestimated, or maybe you were shamed, or maybe you were effeminate, or maybe you were on the B team, or you lived on the wrong side of the river. Like, whatever it is, wrong side of the tracks, I don't know. You know, maybe you lived out in the cornfields and you felt like you had no connection to anything that was outside of your kind of world of black and white when you were growing up. So it's possible that you had to create that for yourself as a way to kind of escape, you know, as a way to cope. I was just listening to Abraham Hicks and she said something that really stuck with me. Are you allowing the fullness of who you are to come through, or are you pinching off different aspects of yourself with the beliefs that you've taken on along the way? Like, are you letting the new idea flow through in the way that it wants to, or are you trying to control it to be something that you think it should be? And is that conducive, and is that helping? Or is it killing the idea before it even has a chance to breathe, to become what it wants to be? And I realize that Paddy Quake is maybe this idea that I've been trying to kind of unalive within myself. It's not a new expression. I think I just arrived at a place in my life where I had no other choice it felt like to just let it be in the world.
Oh shit. I just wrote something fire. Oh, and then I had like a huge release of tears, man. Oh. Ah. We love overhead lighting in queer apartments. That is illegal. My phone's about to die, but wow, I just wrote something really cool. I'm so grateful. Ah, dude, emotions are like such a part of the process now. Ah, because I'm angry in this fucking thing. Ah, and now I'm like crying because it hurts, but I'm grateful. It's weird. I'm about to like start putting things out that are gonna make people start like seeing me differently, and I'm kind of scared of what that means, what that looks like. You're worried about what the wrong people think, or something like that. And I think that that's like kind of been my whole life. So I feel like leading up to this point, I have no idea, at least for me internally, putting out more music, but like leaning into like more authenticity, if you can believe it. I know what to do. I feel led. I feel like it's just, I keep uncovering more and it keeps scaring me, that's all. So now I have to write it. I'm scared, but let's go. Even though I don't even know if anyone's gonna see it. But then if they do, then it's like, what happens if they do? What happens if I blow up? What happens if all my dreams come true? Am I gonna be okay? And is this video gonna be viral where I look like a random person on the internet thinks he's a movie star slash pop star slash rapper? Oh my gosh. If this is gonna follow me and troll me forever, I really wish I would have gotten that haircut today.
I had to still go through things in my life in order for my life to inform a lot of Paddy Quake and a lot of this reckless abandon, a lot of this empowered feeling, and a lot of this kind of willingness and excitement and even just confidence, I guess, even when the confidence is manufactured.
We're right, rapid, savage, beating up the booty, hey, habit, cocky little bitch, yep, let him have it. I don't give a fuck, stay mad, sis.
Because I've seen how other empowered voices in music have made me feel so fucking good. And I love the archetype of pop stars who have alter egos: Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust. I love that pop stars can just continue to evolve. They have different eras, and the fans, we all love to just like follow that and explore that lore, and it's always such a reflection of like their personal life and kind of what's going on in the world, and it's tongue-in-cheek. What I love about a perfectly executed pop song is the simplicity and the genius that exists, and how can you show up as that archetype in the pop star version of you. And I think this is kind of what I've naturally done here with Paddy Quake. It's getting hot as shit. I tried to put Paddy away. I tried to put Paddy Quake away. I did. I tried for a long time. I just feel like Paddy Quake was this fun idea in the back of my mind, kind of like, oh, maybe I'll get to that someday. But now it's fully in motion, and I don't know that a lot of people know what to make of it, so...
It's a new industrial revolution. Resurrect entertainment cause it was lame for a minute. I am Barnum and Bailey, the way my dealings are shady. Swanning in like a bad bitch, I'm Babe Paley. Bill, give me the jewelry worth the rest of the savings. I'm the strongest man alive, I'm the bearded lady. Lowest hanging fruit chosen, lazy Susan. Paddy Quake snapped on them, broken bruising.
I'm just making this video to kind of give context for how I've arrived in this place and expressing myself through this medium in this way. If I don't find the connective tissue, even for myself, it's gonna feel like this disjointed mess, and ultimately I do just want to be a realized artist who can have that career that I can express myself in all of these different ways. And I don't pull any punches about that. I've been talking about that on the channel since I started. New voices just completely free to express themselves inside of this machine that fuels itself. I would be able to present fully produced beautiful cinema with all my cool friends. Love to be releasing music and on tour. And I would love to be producing films and acting.
And hopefully my badge later. Too soon?
Not at all. I have a small penis, that's all. So, I don't know if...
Directing and writing, and I've explored all of those things only to arrive at this place where maybe Paddy Quake, he's like this wrecking ball that busts out a wall and just creates space for himself and space for others who feel the same way. I love Chappell Roan's Midwest princess character arc. You know, I love that. I relate to that.
But I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams.
It's so relatable to anyone who's ever had a dream, right? This is real. Like, this is real. I'm dreaming out loud. Let's all fucking do this. Let's all fucking express our dreams, right?
Okay, what's up? I'm Paddy Quake. I'm ready to sing for you guys. Thank you for coming. There's no one here. I did have to superimpose my own audience. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
You know, Paddy Quake, I see where he would go. I see him in the market. I mean, I've even seen patterns where I'm like, wait, did that just... I'm just saying that when you notice patterns like that in the universe, I think that it's a confirmation that you're kind of onto something. Like, it feels like it's kind of like a whisper from the universe, like, hey, that was a good idea, keep going. I really believe that our creative process and the creative genius that wants to come through us is all guided information, and we're just the vessels. We're just the artists who are the vessels.
I'm sorry, did anyone just see that? Let's replay that one more time.
The creative genius that wants to come through us is all guided information, and we're just the vessels. We're just the artists who are the vessels.
I mean, can't make it up.
The creative genius that wants to come through us is all guided information, and we're just the vessels. We're just the artists who are the vessels for whatever that expression is that wants to come through in that moment. And I guess all that this is would just be me, like, kind of answering that call to go deeper into my healing and just, like, shatter an expectation or just bust through the ceiling of my own limitations or expectations around my creative process or what I thought I was able to do or who I thought I was able to be, right? Because Paddy Quake can be anyone he wants to be. He doesn't give a fuck. Maybe someone out there has been told that you're too much or you're not enough or you're ashamed or you've been shamed for just simple shit, like things that are inherently a part of you. At some point, you just gotta, like, explode, and hopefully you don't do that in a way that's destructive, right? Hopefully you can pour that into your art, put all of that shame and all those shadow aspects, put them right into your art, and watch your life and your art and you as an artist watch yourself transform. That's the encouragement here. I really felt that way, that I couldn't get anyone to really see me. I just want to be seen. God, I just want to be seen. I want to be, like, understood. I just felt like if the perception was always going to be based on a misperception, then there's nothing that I can do but create the most chaotic spectacle and confuse the hell out of everyone.
Implement a new structure, petty pop culture. Petty music is a bubble gum stuck in your hair. Petty famous spells dystopian future is near.
Because the only way to tear down an expectation or a perception is to completely reinvent. And if you completely reinvent and you continue to, and you just completely allow yourself to explore your process, you can't help but continue to reinvent and share these different nuggets and aspects of yourself. And as you continue to fill in those blanks, even if they feel chaotic or out of control, you might arrive at a place where you make a video like this, where you see the tissue and you can finally articulate it to yourself and weave it all together. and hopefully in a way that makes sense for the viewer. But it wasn't until you released those aspects of yourself, or you got comfortable with those aspects of yourself enough in order to share them, that you were able to let other people learn about who you are more and fall in love with you, hopefully, more. Because if the perception of you is always going to be wrong, then you might as well take control of it and allow yourself to be seen fully. If everything is seen, then no one can make up anything about you. Paddy Quake adopts the archetypes of what's projected onto him. People have clowned him, so he became a clown.
I'm just gonna react to some of this footage I just found. Checking in here. This is my makeup. I put the clown nose on for the video. So this was for Any Hour Freestyle, which is what I ended up calling this. And it was shortly after I moved into my place in LA, and I did this in the middle of the night. I just had this spark of creativity where I was just like, I need to film this in the middle of the fucking night. I feel like I shouldn't have. Maybe it's okay for like one video, but it's kind of cheesy. Yeah, the clown nose. I mean, obviously the paint is amateur at best. See my hat, just making marks with it. I mean, amateur at best, it's like, well, don't look too close kind of thing, but I like it kind of messy like that for the purposes of like what I'm doing. Obviously, if I was doing drag or something, you know, that's a totally different art form than what I'm doing. I'm just trying to create like a memorable identity, something that is synonymous with Paddy Quake, the circus, like dystopian performing artist.
Paddy music, campfire, sing song. Paddy pedal booty cheeks like ping pong. Got your man singing Paddy that thing long.
You so fucked up in the head.
No shit, man, what don't you understand? Finally fantasies are dropping off your hands, doing weird shit with them, like cooking with hot pots and pans and putting them in my pants.
Is this for real or is it just for attention? I think he's trying to gain attention and get a mention.
I guess you never really know, will ya?
Performing artist, like, it just makes sense that his face would be painted. Yup. Yup. And that he would kind of embody, you know, the fool, the jester, the clown. Yeah, I like all that. Anyway, I just filmed. I did a very brief past life regression one time when she told me that I was a jester in a former life for a royal court, that I had taken a joke too far and I had offended someone in the royal court, or she had told me that I was beheaded for it. Okay, I'm sitting here editing, and I just found this footage on my camera roll. It's from behind the scenes of a freestyle I did a few months ago called Butt Thing. Cocky, fun song.
Bounce that ass up and down, yeah, do that butt thing. Like we don't really give a fuck about one thing. We don't care about.
I forgot that I had this footage, this vlog footage from me putting on my makeup, and I talk more about this past life situation and why Paddy Quake wears scars, decorative scars around his neck. I got my Queen shirt on, my vintage Queen shirt from the 1978 US tour. First time using green screen, check it out. It's not an actual green screen. I got these at Party City for $3 each, $2.99. $2.99, and I got 3 camera setups. So I'm gonna let you go. We'll talk in a minute. Oh, talk in a minute. And I love this scarf. I got a green one too.
It is about my family. My family's safety comes first.
This is Paddy Quake introduction, like true introduction. I don't know how much people are really paying attention in general anymore. I mean, people in my day-to-day, it feels like everyone just has their own lives going on. Even my old friends and stuff, like, that's one thing that they say is like, you know, friendships fade and stuff, and you're like, oh, that'll never happen, but it's just like a natural progression of life. It's all love. It really is. I always look forward to seeing people I haven't seen in a long time and catching up and seeing where they're at in their life. But they never thought I'd become a clown. Or a rapper. What? An actor. What am I? A performing artist of some kind. What? I don't know. And I know this sounds insane. Okay? I know this sounds insane. I hesitate to say it. But I feel like I'm like healing some karmic past life thing right now. In the creation of this character. My friend does past life regressions. She gave me a quick reading a few years back, and she told me I was a court jester in a royal court. Now, I could not have known that this would have been the natural evolution of Paddy Quake, okay? But that occurred to me recently. And I was like, we can't know for sure, obviously, if you're going with me at this point, if you believe this. But I was like the jester, the fool in a royal court, and I offended a higher up, and I was murdered, is what I was told. And to be honest with you, that landed so hard for me because I had so much shame around expressing my self as a performer for some reason. That's been a big part of my work, is just I believe in my talent, and I struggle to give myself the opportunity. And listen, I just want to live my life and like create art. I don't want to be like constantly trying to like, it's so fucking annoying to like have to do that. It really is. Maybe that's my advice for anybody. I mean, take advice from me. Look at me. Look what I'm doing right now. You know, who am I? But take this for what it's worth. But if you can find the most you thing and do that, the thing that is most unique, that actually possible might scare you the most, it's the thing you ought to be doing. And you're looking at that. What am I doing? All I know is my inner child right now is like pumped. And I really truly feel like my guides, my angels, protecting me, guiding me, informing my steps, just allowing me to kind of accept, finally, that I am an artist and I need to be making my art. I will sacrifice whatever it takes in order to do it. It's that important to me. I hope things work out, and a lot of times they don't. Oh shit, I just got paint in my teeth. Sorry, Chapel, I didn't mean to rip off you again.
I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day.
I hope people don't call me a copycat, because nothing I do is like anyone else, in my personal opinion. But I'm very inspired by my current contemporaries. I love pop music. I love the pop stars of today. So inspired. And that includes like all genres, honestly. Jesus, this is just getting worse. Fuck it. Alright, I think it's kind of cool. Let's get to filming. Oh, I already am filming, but let's film the other thing. I know how insane this is gonna sound, but I used to have crazy night terrors when I was growing up, and I feel like the glimpses of what I remember from the dreams was always like something about my throat, and I also feel like it's part of my curriculum in this lifetime to figure out like how to use my voice, right? It's been really hard to use my voice. So you know you're a Paddy Quake fan if you've got a scarf, and the way that your scarf looks different than everybody else's scarf, and you can make your own. I mean, it's so easy to make.
Yeah. Welcome to the freak show, traveling circus. I'm your host with the most precocious verses. Trigger unresolved trauma, bring it to the surface. Facilitate your growth and healing, cause you deserve this. Most life-affirming show that money can purchase. Every other form of entertainment is worthless. Rickety sputter, we came up out of the gutter, from biking milk and the butter to getting cheese from the udder. We're coming to your town loud, no undercover. Teeth chatter, air chilled, and your spine shudder.
A metaphor for finding your voice, using your voice in your own authentic way, because whatever scarf and texture and pattern that you choose would be a reflection of like who you are and how you are. But I think about the bandanas and how the gay community, long before it was ever legal or even socially acceptable to identify yourself as a queer person, you often wore bandanas to indicate what your kind of preferences were within the gay community. So this is a little nod to that. It's a little wink to you know, the queer artists who came before us, the ones who were never known, the ones who won't ever be known. So many of us will create art that no one ever knows about. So how can we signal to, you know, the next generation, like there's a chance that I fucking die before anybody interacts with this content. I of course want to be celebrated during this lifetime, but how fucking badass would it be if this didn't get discovered for another 5,000 years and I became like Van Gogh, this crazy outsider who was sort of discarded and was never really able to be seen as like the genius that he was while he was alive, because isn't it always the case that they're always seen as a disturbance, and then you see that artist who was forward thinking, what always ends up being the one who's celebrated, right? Think about Madonna, the blueprint. I was just at her tour last year in Vegas. Best night of my fucking life. Push the boundaries, don't give a fuck.
Now it's right this way. Come one, come all, creating a spectacle. Forget it all, break a motherfucking law at the circus festival. Dressed impeccable versus respectable. A boring bitch get pitched into the receptacle. LOL. I think the algorithm feeling the power. When am I blowing up? Any hour. Everything the light touches is ours. Well, wait.
A video for what I'm calling TIk Tok free right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep that name. For such a bad name for a freestyle. It's only because the first lyric starts with TikTok. That's what I do. I just literally, my freestyles that are populated on my page, like so far, I've literally just chosen like the most convenient lyric, either at the beginning or the end of the track, when the thought crossed my mind, what should I name this? Look down, whatever I saw, I just used.
When am I blowing up? Any hour. Everything the light touches is ours.
Just came out really easy. I wrote it actually directly after I wrote a song. Shows you how much I'm like thinking about this song that I really fucking love, or a freestyle that I'm excited. I really got into my producer bag with that too. I'm calling that Chica Chica. Oof. Love that one. Sorry, I toot my own horn, obviously, but yeah, I loved the way Chica Chica turned out. Which I don't even know if there were any Chica Chicas that ended up on the track. There weren't. Fact check. There weren't. The Chica Chica Chica. That was like something I added as just an early ad lib on the track when I was producing it, and you can't hear it. But that's the name of the track, and that's why it's the name of the track.
I am unfortunately not going to be accepting less than I deserve, you know what I mean? Nope. Paddy on the beat, float miraculously. How does he seem to rap with words that aren't rhyming? Paddy angry daddy chase you with the paddle. Keep your knees to chest, don't diddy daddle. Paddy back in the saddle, scared bitches bones rattling. I'm such a hassle, little rascal, I'm a Eddie Haskell. Can I hear a hater from way up in my castle? Yeah. Asshole. Asshole.
Because the instrumental that I found, I was like, oh, this sounds like the beginning would be like a chika chika chika. Anyway, at least that you can hear now that I'm thinking about it. That was very much the gimmick it started with, but you know, sometimes things sort of fall off. Gimmick, all about a gimmick. Look at my fucking face right now. All right, I'm gonna wash this off because it's literally, and I'm not lying to you, it is 4:52 a.m. Sunday morning, September 22nd. Let's go. Paddy Quakke, baby, to the moon, to the moon. Wow. Yeah, I was working all night on that, and I loved the visuals and the way that that turned out, and how they were organically turning into these kind of color swatch moments that were happening on the YouTube page, like being populated. Kind of the first 2 or 3 just happened. Yeah, this was the third one I put out, Any Hour, and there was a shiny kind of, I don't even know what to call that material. It was an old-fashioned kind of retro red couch, and Jeremy and Kim, shout out to Jeremy and Kim, they were giving it away. So, or I'm sorry, they were selling it, whatever. And they were selling it. The guy was supposed to pick it up from Facebook Marketplace that day, but he couldn't, and he rescheduled it for the next day. So I thought, and I was thinking about this couch and how I could incorporate it in, because I just thought it was an interesting couch. When he rescheduled and I came home late that night, I was like, oh my gosh, it's still here. I better put the visuals down to that freestyle I just produced. And it was Saturday night, and this is what I did all night on Sunday. Sometimes that's what I do. I just get really, really focused on this one thing, like in a manic kind of way, and I just do it till it's done, and then I put it out, and then I don't even think about it. Sometimes I feel like I create something and then I get so far away, like, because I just created that thing and I just want to place it where it needs to go and then like move on to the next inspired action. When time passes and then I look back on what I did, so many times I'm like, I did that? Like, that's so cool. But I also, I subscribe to the Rick Rubin, creative act scripture, where it's all about we show up first time, every time. We are new, we are students, we are there to just like be the facilitators, the container for whatever piece of art wants to come forward in the moment. Like, that's the way to create. That's how we foster creation. And that's how you just stay in flow. And you just have to reckon with the fact that like not everyone's gonna like it, I think that to each their own.
What's the best thing about her? Is there anything good about her? Who's your best friend?